everyone, my name is Wendy Marte. I am the artist behind Beats by Mars, so thank you so much for following me and supporting me through my journey. If you're interested in checking out how I got this look, please stay tuned. It is me, I have arrived, bitch. I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyes with the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit Cosmetics. And I'm gonna go ahead now and cut out my eyebrows using the P. Louis base Rumor in 03. And the first question is, do I go to school? And if I do, what's my major? Yes, I go to school. I go to UConn. I'm up in Stores, Connecticut. I'm a double major in political science and human rights. And I'm going in with a Morphe M173 brush. The next question is, what is my favorite foundation? I'm not gonna lie, I don't really use or expand too much on foundations, but the one that I always use, that I always feature on all of my looks, and I tend to use a lot of my clients, is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation, as well as their, I can't even remember the name, but it's the non-matte one, the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Nudes of New York by Maybelline palette because couple weeks ago I had actually ran a poll on my Instagram asking you guys if you would be interested in me doing a tutorial using this palette, and so here we are. I'm going in and I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Creator. It's this one right here. It's a real nice neutral crease shade, and the reason why I do my eyes first is because I want all that pigment on my eyes, so I don't care if it falls on my face. Yeah, so the next question is, how did you learn makeup? But there's also a question on what made me want to get into makeup. So I'm just gonna start off with so basically my older sister was a waitress, and she found that the more that she did her makeup, the higher her tips would be. So she would do her makeup a lot. I was kind of interested, so I would use some of her makeup from time to time. I didn't have a job at the time, so I would take her makeup without permission because I couldn't afford my own, and we got into a lot of fights because of that. But as I got older and I was able to afford my own makeup and I stopped taking her makeup, basically we got cooler, and now we love to, like, you know, show off each other's makeup and stuff like that. So then, to answer how did I learn makeup, I am completely self-taught. Everything that I've learned has been from me practicing makeup, from me looking at YouTube videos, or from me just, like, you know, picking up do's and don'ts from other people, kind of. But no classes, none of that. Moving on to blend this out, I'm gonna go ahead in the shade Artsy. She's real pale, but I'm gonna use that to blend out my eyebrows, like this area right here. And right here I am blending. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm diffusing, and I'm just going in, you know, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, so you can't see that harsh line anymore. Go in with the shade Globetrotter, just quick tap, and I'm gonna add a little bit more depth. I'm gonna do a little, like, winged out, because I love that eye shape. Yeah, so one of the things that I love makeup, and one of the reasons why I got into makeup, was because I love how you can really, like, just sit down and kind of just tweak whatever it is that, you know, for that day. I love, and so I know that may seem like, oh my god, you know, she's self-conscious or whatever. I don't really view it that way. I view it more as my face is my canvas, and in order to get the look, the theme, to get the style that I'm interested in, I do have to correct a certain amount of things. So to me, you know, like other artists, like someone who paints on an actual, you know, blank canvas, has the privilege of getting a white base already. I have to, or getting like a blank base. I have a lot of discoloration on my face because I am a human being, so I have to try to smooth that out. So what that means is foundation, concealer, you know, whatever the case may be. And I have my face lifted because I find that this is the best way that I can see the shape of my eye sockets, but then I'm going in and I'm expanding that just a little bit higher, and going in with the Morphe M514, the same brush that I used to diffuse previously. I didn't add any new product, so I'm just gonna blend that in. So now my eyes are a little toasted. They're not as toasted as I want them to be, so I'm gonna go a little deeper. And I'm gonna use the shade Self Starter. And so before I had like used the tip, now I'm gonna flatten the brush and I'm just gonna dab, dab, dab. And I'm gonna pat that out because I don't know how pigmented that is, so I don't want to go in too deep because it is a darker shade. So I'm just gonna put that right here in the inner corner, deepening that. Again, going back with that brush, we're just gonna blend this out. Then the next question is, do I prefer false lashes or lash extensions? Fun fact, I've never gotten lash extensions because I do a lot of makeup around my eyes. I want to make sure that I am able to be as rough, you know, be as careless as I want in order to get the look that I want. And I feel like when you wear lash extensions, you have to be a little bit you have to be very careful, to be completely honest, because if you brush too much around the lash band, you're moving around the lashes. And so I'm not a lash tech, so I'm not gonna go too in depth about that. Going in with the shade Artist, the exact same shade that we use to blend out the brow, I want to tap that in. The next question is, do you do an eye look with every makeup look, I guess? Kind of, yes, especially if I'm posting on Instagram, because I kind of feel like you guys come to my Instagram to look at eyeshadow. So that's, you know, kind of my niche. I don't even know how you say that word, but we're gonna go with it. All right, next I'm gonna go ahead and grab my NYX matte black liner, and I'm just gonna follow the shape of my eyes. And the next question is, what is your ethnicity? Yo soy dominicana. Espérese. Sí, yo soy dominicana. I'm Dominican. Both of my parents are Dominican. So I will say I'm fully Dominican, despite me being born in this country, the USA. The next question is, do I speak Spanish? Yes, I do speak Spanish. Was more so like a Spanglish. And then I'm not gonna do a winged liner. I just do this for my lashes because sometimes I go a little over. Really quick, I'm gonna go in with the shade Voyager. Yeah, Voyager. I'm gonna tap because I want some of this. You know, a lot of that pigment. They don't have a black in this, which is unfortunate, so I'm gonna have to go with the next big thing, and I'm gonna have to diffuse my eyeliner. So I'm gonna tap it. And going with Creator, we're gonna diffuse. And I'm gonna show you guys my trick on how I apply my lashes. So my favorite lash brand like glue is Duo, because I can get her at Walmart, I can get it at CVS, I can get it pretty much any like big place. Let's add some more volume. Right, yeah, you can get it pretty much any big place. You know, and Walmart's kind of still open right now, so if you need a lash glue, this Duo one, it's the green one. It comes in the green box and it comes with a wand. So I just make sure I get enough, and I get really close to my mirror, and I follow basically that liner, but I'm gonna stick to my lash band. It's tacky already, so I just make sure it reaches on either end, and then I like to go like this to be extra sure that they're attached. So I'm going in with this NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator. Using this Real Technique highlighting brush, I'm gonna use this to actually blend it out. Now using my sponge, I'm just gonna go ahead and dab it everywhere. Going in with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. She is almost done, so we gotta call her down. Call her down. Come on. Oh, she here. I previously carved out the bottom of my brow using a lighter shade, and I'm using this foundation to carve out the top of my brow. Now going in with an e.l.f. buffing foundation brush, I'm gonna go ahead and tap that into my skin. Now I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. hydrating concealer in the shade medium peach. The next question is, are you into astrology, and if so, what is your sign? Yes, I am into astrology. I'm not like, I have an app, I use the pattern, but to be honest, I don't really keep up with it. I can't remember the last time I opened the app without it being an accident because of a notification. With that brush that we use for the highlight, we're just gonna go ahead and blend this out. And now using that Morphe M173 brush, and I'm dragging it all the way over here because it's just gonna give the illusion of that cat eye. Okay, the next question is, am I single? No, I am not single. Me and my boyfriend are gonna hit 3 years on April 11th, 2020. Now we're gonna go in with our Holy Grail Laura Mercier setting powder. I'm gonna go in with my True Complexion contour palette in light medium. All right, using my ABH Glow palette in That Glow, I'm gonna use a Real Technique setting brush, and I'm gonna use the very tips of the bristles to catch the product. So just swirl it in there, tap, and then you're gonna tap, and you're gonna blend. And now jumping into our e.l.f. blush palette in light, I'm gonna go ahead and use my foundation brush. I'm gonna use this one. It has a shimmer to it, which is what I want in that area. And now I'm just gonna wipe this because it's actually that pigmented. And just smile so that the apples of your cheeks, that's really where you want it. And now you're just gonna pat. Going in with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. I'm gonna use this onto my waterline. Into our Nudes of New York palette, I am going to grab my Morphe M321, and I'm going to use the shade Explore. Right, and now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Bad Gal Bang Benefit mascara, and I love this because it's one of those very small, if you can see, so it gets right up in there. So we're gonna get real close and personal, and you're gonna go straight from your root. So I'm just gonna go back in with my NYX matte liner. Now going into our lip, we're going to use the Wet n Wild dark brown lip liner, and I'm just going to use this to line my lips first. I'm gonna use a brush to diffuse this. And I am going to go in with my NYX Butter Gloss Creme Brulee. Alright, whatever. I don't care. There's almost nothing in here, so give me a second. Hold on, I want to add some highlight on my brow bone. Oh, and one last time, we're just gonna set. And then going with our Any Mini mascara, we're gonna do our bottom lashes. And I think this is the finished look. Also, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Again, it's my first video ever, so I am always open to critiques and opinions. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe. I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna get it one of these days.